Now, as you all know, I've said several times that whenever parents bring dogs into the home, what they're saying by that behavior is that the dog's presence is more important than the child's safety. Okay? Because if anything happens, the child is going to be the victim. The parents are always saying that, hey, I'm willing to take that chance.
Right now at 5, a heartbreaking loss for the family of a little boy.
I know he's in a bad place, but I hope he didn't suffer. I hope he was numb to it.
Now that was interesting. Because again, that's the whole part of euthanasia, is to make sure the dog does not suffer before death. So dog owners, they're willing to open the door for their young to die in pain, to suffer before death. They're willing to allow that to happen. No matter, listen, I don't care how oblivious you are to dog attacks. Everybody knows these things got teeth and what the dogs use them for. And you dehumanize your family when you bring these things around.
Oh God, this hurts so bad.
Their message after an unimaginable tragedy. Good evening. Thanks for joining us for the news.
Unimaginable still. They're still calling stuff like this unimaginable. Okay?
At 5, I'm Amber Diaz.
And I'm Mike Heideck. That East Hartford family is suffering such heartbreak, immense loss yesterday when their 1-year-old baby was killed by their dog. We want to warn you, this is difficult to hear.
Yeah, it happened in the backyard as this baby and his mother were playing. NBC Connecticut's Amanda Pitts is live for us in East Hartford with that heartbreaking interview. Amanda.
Yeah, Mike, Amber, it is heartbreaking, and we want to warn you again that it might be tough to listen to. The family tells us 1-year-old baby Lennox was playing on a trampoline in his backyard with his mom when the family dog attacked them both.
I just want my baby. I want to hold my baby.
Now, this is the owner, the father.
That's all I want.
An East Hartford family dealing with unimaginable grief.
I witnessed it.
After 1-year-old Lennox was killed Wednesday afternoon by the family dog, as the baby and his mom, Keishla, were on the trampoline in the backyard.
Got onto the trampoline. He grabbed the baby.
This is the dog that police say was the aggressor. They took 2 dogs from the home. It's behavior that the family says isn't typical.
If the dog would
Oh, it wasn't typical. How many times we heard that?
have been aggressive or anything like that. If the dog would have been aggressive or anything like that, doesn't believe he would have never been around.
So the owner says, hey, I've never seen the dog behave aggressively. Can't blame me. I'm just a dog owner, just like everybody else. It's legal for me to own dogs. The fact remains, the parents created the environment that made this possible. Flat out, you can't get around that. You as the parents, and this is something they're never held accountable for. You strategically created an environment that made this type of attack, murder, torture possible.
Baby.
A day after the tragedy, a grateful embrace with their neighbor.
Thank you, brother. We tried.
He ran over to help after hearing screams and said he wished he could have done more.
I tried to fight off two pit bulls.
Where was the gun? You got dozens of pit bulls and mixes in your house and you don't have no handgun? Okay.
You know, and help the baby as much as I could. It was a long, 1 minute seemed like forever, a long battle.
The family says they just celebrated Lennox's first birthday and were planning a celebration that night. Now a memorial is growing outside of their Fuller Street home with happy birthday balloons still tied to the fence.
We were supposed to be celebrating his life. He turned 1 on March 9th. But instead of celebrating his 1-year birthday, we have to come together as a family and plan a burial service.
You can hear there just how much they are suffering. The family says they're trying to stay strong because Lennox's mom is pregnant with another.
Listen, all adults know that this is possible. All dog owners, every single one of them. I said every single one of them. I don't care if you raised them from a puppy and they never shown aggression. All adults know that this is possible. But you see, nothing is done. Another sacrifice seems to be at an uptick right now. Like I said, this is the era of Moloch, right? It's the era of Baphomet. What do you think is going to happen in this case? Now, I checked out the father's social media. He has an Instagram account. And as you could have expected, could have predicted, it's littered with dogs. And actually, the dog, the killer dog that actually killed, is said to have killed the baby, I believe is this one right here. But it could have been any of them. He has gold chains around him, okay? Look at the optics here. Actions speak louder than words. You don't simply say that you love your family with your mouth. Show it. If you're surrounding your family with killers, you're not convincing. Y'all know how they say the chances of an attack increases when there's more than one dog. It increases like 50% with one additional dog, just having two dogs. The more dogs you have, the more likely an attack. You mean to tell me this many people oblivious? Now, I don't care if it's never shown aggression. Those stories are replete as well. They took the chance anyways. They rolled the dice anyways. And that's what they all do. It's their way of sacrificing their child's safety. And when there's an attack, it's then a blood sacrifice. So I don't think people should be allowed to act like they played no part in killings like this. The parents most certainly played a part. They are the very ones that made this possible. And because the law doesn't do anything, nothing is done, basically, that's sacrifice.